In this training, we're going to look at the 3 different fields inside of SmartSuite that allow for text. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Text field types are an important part of any database, and SmartSuite has 3 different types for us to choose from. We're looking at single line text, a text area, and also the SmartDoc field types. Let's jump into each of these in a little bit more detail. First, we're going to start off with the single line text. It is simply called text here, and when I hover over this particular field type, you see the pop-up that tells me that I can add a single line of text like a name or a title. So that's exactly what this particular field is good for. You see that we already have one created here that we've called company. So the name of a company generally doesn't span multiple lines of text. And so for this particular use case, we have correctly used the single text here. It's just the text line. Now the other type, the second type, if we start writing text here, you'll see text area. And this particular one allows us to add text that will span multiple lines. So the big difference here is that when we have a text area field, as I've just created, I can have some information here, hit enter, and get those carriage returns inside of the field and write more information. So whatever that looks like, you can't always see it on a particular field, but of course we can elongate our row size to allow us to see more information. Now the last type of field here that allows for text is this SmartDoc. Now this allows us to create entire documents that combine free-form, rich text, multimedia, and much more. Now, SmartSuite's already created a different training resource for the SmartDoc because there's a lot to go into on SmartDocs. But for the sake of this quick example, let's just take a quick look here, and we see that the display format here allows for bold and also italicized text as well as emojis. So let's go ahead and add this field, and now I can just start typing in this particular field. So let's just type some gibberish here, and so far it looks just like the text area until I go back and I highlight some of that text. And that's when I have the options pop up where I can do more to this text. For example, use embolden or italicize that text, and I can also bring up an emoji panel by hitting, in my case, start and period on my keyboard, and I can just drop an emoji into that as well. So all kinds of different characters are made available inside of the SmartDoc field type. There's a lot to unpack here for all the different types of text fields in SmartSuite, so give it a watch again if you had any questions. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.